I'm going to start this video with saying you probably shouldn't do this at home. But boys and girls, I'm what you call an idiot, and I'm going to do it anyway.
Let's see if it pays off for him.
When I first made this engine swap happen in this vehicle, I decided, well, unfortunately, the really nice aluminum ones that they have that go to this, they don't fit, not even close. And so we had to make our own. And they're not very pretty, but they've lasted 3-ish years, maybe a little bit longer. And let's face it, I was not gentle with it. But my question is, can we 3D print these engine mounts? Now, initially it actually was, I would like to get them machined out of aluminum because, you know, mild plate steel and rolled steel, all that fun stuff. That stuff's heavy. Aluminum's cheap, not cheaper, lighter. And then I thought, what if we 3D print them? Now, this is PLA, and I wouldn't trust this as far as I could throw it. Actually, PLA is pretty light. We could probably throw this pretty far. Irregardless, we're not going to use that material. Nor are we going to use ABS. Instead, we are going to use this stuff right here. This is like the holy grail of what a 3D printer at home can print, assuming you have the temperatures to be able to handle it. This is PPS CF. Insert your gobbledygook plasticky name here.
Nerd.
I want you to hear something, right? We'll set that down. You can have a piece of plastic. Ready? And you got this stuff. Totally different. It's good up to like 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Being proximity next to our headers, its temperature is a concern. But is it going to be durable enough? Now, if you're planning on designing your own engine mounts, there's a couple things you want to take in consideration before you start doing it. Now, you can always use what I used in this case, CAD, cardboard aided design. And the end result, not bad. I mean, it lasted, like I said, 3.5 years-ish, right? But it's not pretty. It's time consuming to reproduce. And at the end of the day, steel's heavy and it rusts. So my goal was to redesign these and make them out of aluminum. Now, that brings me to what I'm doing here. I'm pretty crazy and I'm really curious how far we can push 3D printed materials, like I said earlier. However, the original design that you see here is designed to be machined out of 6061 T4 aluminum. So take that in consideration. In fact, that brings us to today's sponsor, PCBWAY. I reached out to PCBWAY because I was extremely satisfied with their customer service. When I had a question, I had an answer. Like I sent them a little message in the chat thing there, and I had my answer within 20 minutes. Incredible. The packaging that you get when it's delivered to you, the care. It's hard for me to express how impressed I was with them. Now, if you are looking to make something like these, or if you're doing this engine swap and you want these engine mounts, you can get it one of two ways. You can order them directly from me, or you can cut me out and buy just the digital file and then upload it to PCBWAY with the code down below, get a discount, and have it shipped directly to your door. Now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about this overall design. I took a picture of this and I posted it up on the, what was it, the Facebook group 3D printed car parts. And the comments were mixed, but mostly, I'm an idiot. And sure, but aren't you curious? I am curious if this will survive. Now, that being said, one of the biggest comments I got was, it's going to fracture, it's going to be rattled apart, because it's not a solid engine mount. We're doing the factory design. Well, my interpretation of the factory design, because the factory design doesn't work, onto the Mark III Toyota Supra rubber bushings, engine mounts. It's like a type of real hard polyurethane. Man, I would say that this stuff has a higher shear hardness than 90. This stuff's wildly hard. It's probably 100. It's in the B category. Hard stuff. But at the end of the day, it goes together really easy. And Hopefully I don't cross-thread this. I know Loctite's great. Cross-threading is greater. So we slide this all together, and we're going to give it the what for. To make sure it doesn't break. Yeah. That being said, remember, too tight, two pieces. That goes for anything. We're going to go ahead and bolt this into the engine, and then we're going to drop it down and then thread the bolts down through here and see if it breaks apart just under the weight of the engine. So here's the real question. Is it going to survive being put down? Oh yeah. Beautiful. Well, the easy part's done. They're in. But the question still remains, will they survive? I had no doubt they would survive getting just the weight of the engine put on them. But this isn't a static thing. This is a very dynamic thing, and I'm fairly abusive to it. So the question will be how well, or if, can it survive a season of doing events with it and driving it long distances? Will the heat cycle of turning it on, off, getting up to temperature, racing it, degrade the material? I don't know. We will find out together. We have a lot more 3D printed parts we're going to be putting into here. And if you're interested to see how well all of it goes together, we are going to push what you can do at home to the limit. Like, subscribe, hit that comment section down below. Let me know if you think this was a good idea. Do you think it's going to survive? Or is it going to fail miserably? Is the engine going to say, peace out and spin out into oblivion? Yeah, let me know. But until next time, remember, keep your shiny side up, and God bless.